I'm trying to figure out where is the chat at? Dang, dude. Oh, that's why I was like that. Okay, my bad. I be trying to learn to get this stuff again. I'm trying to set up my rotation is live, rotate device, get it back. I'm trying to figure out why this is like this. All right, so I gotta exit my live and go back to it because I'm on my phone. Like, oh hey, how you doing? Trying to get I want my phone. Like, I'm using my phone. I want it like this, but I don't like how my screen looks. Like, why is it like that, bro? I don't want to do it like this. Dang, bro. And it won't let me do it like that. All right, well, since I'm going to leave it like this then. Damn. I did not want to do it like this. But all right, we're going to do it like this. So, boom, I'm on live on TikTok. I'm on live on, what is it, YouTube? Yep. So, we're going to do a reading for the collective. And, I just take my time, man, because the reading going to be official, man. It's about to be nice. I already know. Man. It's gonna be real, baby. Feeling the energy right now. I've been feeling it since like, I don't know, probably like 5 in the morning or something, bro. I've been up. Shit, I've been up. I want to do this like this. Here, we go right to red. Right to red. Let's see, anything else going on, man? I don't take this one. That's right there. There we go. So watch how people start wearing their rings like this. You know what I mean? They be swagger jacking me all the time, bro. Remember, I've been rocking my stuff different. Everything I do is different. Chief feathers all day. Big Chief earned it. Shout out to the ancestors, bro. All right, so we're gonna turn up. We're gonna light an incense. So just for y'all, man, I'm gonna do this for y'all, man, because for the respect for the people that's in the chat right now. Bam, there you go. There y'all go. For the ancestors. For the ancestors. For the ancestors. For the Most High consciousness. And for all the people that's awakening and those that are woke. And welcome to the Consciousness Connection with the Big Chief. Because we are the ascended consciousness connection where we are spiritually conscious for the ancestors. Ah, shit. Let's get that incense popping. Gotta take my time, baby. You already know what it is, man. We gonna come like that. Need my lighter. Shoot. Yes. He said, Harry Potter. He said, positive energy. What time? You do it right. Hit him with the left hand. Cleanse the energy. Ah, Shay. You cleansing the energy right here. Let's go. Cleanse the energy, ah, Shay. And on this reading, I do have my tarot book, so I will randomly pull it out and pull up, you know, what the card means, just to let you know that I'm on point with what's going on. You feel me? So, anyways, we'll do that randomly throughout the thing. But yeah. And also, when I start doing readings for y'all, you know, and the paying money for your readings and stuff, when I go through the cards and they come out as they come out while I'm seeing the cards, you know, because you're gonna see I can just see anyways. But also when I do your private readings, I will make sure I use the book. Like I will make sure I use the look at the book to check with all the what they all mean to make sure it all is good. Because it's gonna be good anyways. But I like using my book because it's You ever take a test for school? Like you take thank you for the likes. You ever take a test for school and you be like, man, I studied that stuff really good. You know, you be like, I read the chapter on the whole book like 3 times. You know what I mean? You done quizzed yourself. And then you be like, I'm ready for the test. And then you take the test at school. And then you be like, man, I got like a B. I got like an 85. You know, I got an 85 B. But then if you look at it, 85%, that's a B, right? So it's not 100. You know what I mean? So you'll mess around and be like, dang, I got like 3 or 4 questions wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you like, I didn't get 100%. So like I said, I'm not I know that the Most High God is consciousness because I know without awareness, nothing exists. So everything was darkness until the Most High God consciously said, "Let there be light." Therefore, consciousness existed in the Most High before light existed. Period. You understand? So it's a whole nother level to this, and that's why I'm the big chief. Shout out to the ancestors; they picked me. So, anyways, since nobody's 100% in anything, I like to, just look at it like, boom, let me pull this out. Okay, like justice, for example. Justice. You feel me? Justice. See it? Justice. So, justice. We're going to start. So, it's, hey, I'm being guided right here. So, it looks like the reader is starting off with justice, right? So, justice says, what goes around comes around. Seek legal counsel. Ask advice from elders. You may be embroiled in negotiations or tedious bureaucratic systems. Do healthy things spiritually and physically. So, when you see the word justice, right, that automatically means like, what? Oh, snap. Okay, so got a package coming in the mail, right? And it's coming from California. I'm in Chicago, right? So California to Chicago, it take 2 days. I'm from Toledo, Ohio, anyway. By the way, I was born in Toledo, Ohio, right? It's what they called it, right? During the times we live in, it's called Toledo, Ohio, right? And when we drove to Arizona from Toledo, because about that life, so we get it how we live, right? So we drove to Arizona to, you know what I'm saying? And it took 2 days. It took 2 days because we drove the whole time. You feel me? So me and my dude, we switch over. You feel me? It take 2 days. You feel me? We done went to Vegas and everything. You understand what I'm saying? This is when I was 25. I was 25 almost. It was like 25. I was 25, maybe 26. I might even be 26. I don't know. They run together. So I was like 25, 26. We drove all the way to Arizona. You feel me? So, anyways, took 2.5 days, right? So I got a package coming from Cali to Chicago. Ordered a package on Thursday. You ain't supposed to be here yet, but I'm on live now doing something productive, tapping in with y'all, right? This how this how it works, right? So I'm on live now, and like you were in here, and I'm talking about the people on my YouTube and TikTok. Y'all in here, right? So y'all in here on my live. It's enough of y'all in here on my live that y'all caused it to say that my package arrives today. You understand what I'm saying? My package ain't even supposed to be here today. And I get on live, and since y'all in here, now it says my package will be here today. So I'm just letting you know where I live at. I can't even get my mail unless I go outside. And I'm the only one that it's only my side of the building that's like that. Everybody else can get their stuff. All right. And the lady underneath me, daughter, stay in the other one. So she could just go across and have it sent to her daughter and still get her stuff. And then the dude down there at the bottom underneath me on the first floor, he got a P.O. box. So he just go to the mail and get his stuff. So out of everybody in this whole complex here, I'm the only one that can't get my mail unless I go outside and actually catch the mail person. I say that to say this. When you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, this is what happens. So like I said, I got a package that's supposed to be coming and ain't supposed to be here yet. But since I'm on live with y'all doing something productive that actually matters and y'all tapping in, you connecting, right? With the ascended consciousness connected, it's talking about the package of beer today. You understand what I'm saying? But it's supposed to be here. So if it's coming today, then it'll mess around and be here like the next hour or two. I'm probably not going to get my package today because I'm going to stay on live with y'all. Why? Because I paid for package protection. I better still have my stuff. I might not get it today, but I'ma still get it. The point is, I'm putting y'all over my package because the Most High God consciousness comes first over everything, including me. Because without the Most High consciousness, I don't exist. So we gonna do what we doing, tap into the ancestors, because they died for us. I'm here for them. All right, so boom, that's how I go. They died for us, we live for them. You remember? You know what I'm saying? And I thought they had this one. So yeah, like I said, so that's how that go. And justice is karma. Bam, look. All right, so boom, we got the Hierophant, bam. And we got the Four Wands, bam. So now, bam, I'm tell you how I go. So boom, I'm seeing it, right? So boom, just the Hierophant, we talking about justice, karma, what goes around, you know what I'm saying? Boom, right here. If you look at that, you know, the sign for peace in Kemet is this. This is the sign for peace, you feel me? This is war. So everybody already talk about war. They saying peace, but they throwing a war. This is peace coming together. So anyways, peace. And if you looked at it from the backhand, it look like this. So at the end of the day, it's really throwing up the Kemet sign for peace. So yeah, justice, karma. What goes around comes around, and what it's saying is send peace, right? Because if you send peace into the universe, peace will come back to you. All right, straight up, think about it. Things coming together, you know, building a nest. You feel me? That's crazy too, because like you know, back in the days, you know, because I'm indigenous anyways, right? So I'm indigenous. You know, early American history and stuff like that, you know, they like to say slick stuff to the chosen ones anyways, right? So, you know, they used to say this is a bird's nest. You feel me? Try to make us feel bad. How you gonna make me feel bad? Being all natural is where it's at. You feel me? Like you okay, so here's an example. If you get fake lips and a fake butt, when you leave and pass on to the next round, you think the fake lips and the fake butt come with you? So boom, we hit that, right? So now if we was doing a reading, I'd be like, okay, the Hierophant. So we're gonna pull that out right here. So we're gonna look at this. It would be nice to know exactly like what order everything is in, bro. When you get to that level, so a whole nother thing. Oh yeah, it's got a five. I didn't even look at that. That's right. My basketball number was five. But yeah, shout out to y'all. It says follow the path that is familiar. Now is a good time to show how conventional you can be. Your public image and status with friends or in the community are of great concern to you now. Don't sacrifice your beliefs for freedoms for status. Okay, so boom, don't sacrifice your beliefs for freedom or status. Right. And like I said, war, and I said this is peace. You feel me? I said they got you already talking about peace, but you throwing a war. But really, this is peace. Now they said don't sacrifice your freedom for status. Right. See how this go together? Don't sacrifice your freedom for status. I said this is the sign for peace. This is the sign for war. They got you talking about peace, but you throwing a war. Don't sacrifice your freedom for status because this is peace. But for status, they got you saying this is peace and that leading to war. So peace is coming together, not separating. So that's how this works. That's why you got to deal with the big chief. Now, back to the Four Wands. Now we got the Four Wands that came out. You know what I mean? I'm just starting it off like this to let you know how real it gets. So boom, Four Wands, bam, bam. You see that? Four Wands. Now we're going to pull it out here. You feel me? Yeah, buddy. This is real. So 73. Oh, man. All right, 901. We're going to the Four Wands. Bam, four. One before five. Social life. Here's the Four Wands right here. My bad. I gotta show y'all so y'all know what it is. So bam, that's the Four Wands right there. You see it. So that way, if you do screenshot it, you'll be able to read it. If you do screenshot it, you'll be able to read it. That's the Four Wands. Now the Four Wands is social life and activity come to the forefront. Don't get stuck in old behavior patterns. If you come to a fork in the road, keep your eyes open for all options. Past efforts and labor bring rewards. Past efforts and labor bring rewards. Social life, and activity come to the forefront. Don't get stuck in behavior patterns. Now, I said back in the day in America, they used to be, one of the little things they like to do to the chosen ones. They like to make fun of it's called this a bird's nest. That's past behaviors, right? Can't make this up. That's past behaviors and a social life. In a social life, it was okay to be racist. In a social life, it was okay to talk about this being bird's nest, like being all natural wasn't the way. But all natural always is the way. Anyways, and activity comes to the forefront. Don't get stuck in old behavior patterns. Right. I mean, don't get stuck being racist because your granddad racist and his granddad racist. Like, ignorance is passed down because it's a lack of learning. Okay. So if you choose to learn stuff, you will find out. Here, let me help y'all. Okay, now you see how this is all lined up? Cool. Now we in the game. We plugged in. Now here we go. This is how I go. Okay, let's keep it real. There's no human being on the planet that knows everything, especially when the Most High God consciousness keeps creating new things all the time. He never stopped creating. Space never stopped being more. It's always abundant. Space is always growing. There's always another star. There's always a star disappearing. There's always a star exploding. There's always a new one. So it's always something being added and something being deleted. And then there's always something being added that's still around. So that's how it goes. So there's no way in the world that your great grandma and your great granddad and your granddad and they know way they know everything. There's no way. Okay? It can't be. There's no way they know everything. It's a lie. It's a lie. There's no way. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, bro. They was not on. Look, I'm reading tarot. I'm on live on YouTube. I'm on live at TikTok at the same time. Cars fly. Okay, cars fly, right? Now, your grandparents would say cars will never fly. You know, people are fascinated to talk on the phone to be able to talk to a person who's not in the room. You ain't in the room and you see me while I'm talking to you in real time. So they don't know everything. All right. This is a book. Okay. Let's keep it real. Their Bible is a book. Let's keep it real. Okay. You see how this book, they tell you a card. It's a ground basis, but it can mean so much more than that. Like your Bible. In the Bible, they'll tell you a verse. They'll be like, this is a scripture. You read the scripture. And then when you got a consciousness behind yourself, which you live in, you'll understand that that scripture is saying more than just what that scripture. It's more than just that. So it's always more. Like stick your finger in your nose, pull out a booger, flick it, wow, it's gone. Stick your finger up there again, you're gonna find another one. You understand what I'm saying? It's always more, man. You ever notice like your hair? You're like, damn, I got hair on my shirt. And then you still got hair. And then some people don't have hair. But then when they don't have hair in their head, they mess around still have hair in their eyebrows. They don't have hair on their eyebrows, they mess around have hair on their back. They mess around don't have no hair at all. Then they just don't have no hair at all. But why is that? Oh, there's a reason. Exactly. It's always a reason. It's always a reason. When a person is doing stuff and they don't have no reasons behind why they're doing something, they're either liars, deceivers, manipulators. That's what came out. Death. So basically, if a person is doing stuff and they don't know why, it only leading to death. You know why? Because you don't know why you're doing things and you don't know what you're doing. You're only going to end up walking into death. Think about it. Or, this is on the other way of looking at it, on the other end, right? You either walking into death, or it'll be death because you don't know what you're doing or why you're doing what you're doing, but you're gonna either walk into death, as in actually it's over with because your ignorance, and now you finding out the next level to this, or it'll be the death of your ignorance. At the end of the day, when you come into enlightenment, then your ignorance is dying. So it's like either you're gonna end up dying or your ignorance is gonna end up dying. Cause walking around doing stuff without knowing what you're doing or why you're doing it is only gonna lead to learning on what it is and why it is, or your demise. Cause you just being ignorant. Hey, when dinosaurs was walking around, if you just wanted to yell and scream and walk around outside all loud and stuff, you probably got ate. You understand what I'm saying? Straight like that. And then that's the other one that wanted to come out. Boom, knives in the back. You feel me? You feel me? Because like I said, doing stuff, not knowing what you're doing or why you're doing it will lead to you getting knives in your back. We're gonna see what's up with that. You know, about be like, they're lying. But I don't know, man. See what this look like. Nope, don't like that. He said, not like that. He said, nope, don't like that. All right, so yeah, that's how it's going. So like I said, it lead the knives in your back. You feel me? Straight up. It can come from your husband, your wife, your sister, your brother, your cousin. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. There you go, maybe. Oh, maybe that's how you gonna do it. Hold on. I'm not a vain person, so you know. If I was a vain person, trust me, the lighting would have been right already. Okay. If I was a vain person, trust me, I would have been going live with my shirt off a lot more already. Okay. So trust me, I'm not a vain person. So anyway, knives in your back. You understand what I'm saying? So if you out here doing stuff, not knowing why or what you're doing, you're gonna end up with trust me, somebody out here waiting to poke you. Trust me, somebody out here is waiting to catch you slipping. You know, they'll send women to you. You know what I mean? Shoot, if you're a woman, they'll send a man to you. You know how they do. Come on, man. Keep it real. You could be at a job, man. They'll send the coworker over to you. You gotta be aware of what's going on. That's why you gotta be conscious, because consciousness is the awareness. You gotta be conscious of what's going on. You could be at your job and they'll send. You ever been at a job like, you know, the supervisor put you in pairs like, you two right here, you go over there and do that project. You three right here, go over there and do that project. They be putting you in groups with a person already ready to sabotage you, bro. Because you ever been working with somebody, you be wondering, like, man, why you always, like, everything you do is like going against what I'm doing. They always talk about, oh, I didn't know, oh, my bad, or dude, it's only so many I didn't know, my bad, before you just stop doing stuff without checking in before you do it. If somebody just keep doing stuff that's the opposite of what you're trying to do and they claim they're working with you, but they ain't never consciously think, like, let me check before I make this next move because I'm tired of making the errors, they ain't your people, bro. They ain't worthy of your trust. And the only respect they get from you should be the respect of you knowing that they a rat, a backstabber, and a snake. You respect that. Be like, I respect their energy of deceitfulness and poison that they bring to the table. That's it. You can just be like, hey, man, shoot, hey, a snake gonna be a snake, man. A rat gonna be a rat. And as far as it being a rat, it's a good one. As far as it being a snake, it's a good one. I respect it for being what it is, but I don't play with snakes and I don't play with rats. Ain't neither one of them my pets, and I don't hang out with either one. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to keep it real with it, because like I said, not knowing why lead to what? Because they got you out here talking about peace, but you throwing up war, and you wonder why you find yourselves in it. This is peace. This lead to death. You want to come together in peace. They got you throwing up war, but they got you talking peace. This is peace. Bring it together. Otherwise, you might find yourself, we just ascended out here. You feel me? So that's y'all, man. Stay ascended. Because you see, you staying ascended on your consciousness, you be in peace while you flying over the death of betrayal from those talking peace but throwing up war. You understand what's really going on here, man? Hey, that is nice. I like that. Hey, shout out to the ancestors, man. Good look at the source, the universe, the Most High God, consciousness, the spirit guides. Because at the end of the day, I know you like, man, how did they got all these spirit guides and like, how is it all these different things? It's like, look, man, at the end of the day, man, this energy can't be destroyed. It only can be transmuted into something else. The energy is everywhere and always flowing. Because the energy is the motion. Things are always going. Even when you're sitting, you still vibrating because I can see you. So we at a certain frequency. If you vibrating, all right, you feel me? So with the energy, it's always in motion. So that means things are always going. That's why you need to know why. Why are you doing something? Why? Because things are always happening. Okay? So boom. You just out here running around. You just out here running around not knowing why or what you're doing, right? And then there's other beings out here like, I'm going to catch somebody doing something so I can take something from them, whether it's their energy, if I can steal something that they are doing consciously. Oh, thanks for that. Somebody said a ring light is required. Okay, because they show you leads to death. Oh yeah, yep. Always move with intention. Oh yeah, hey, shout out to QW Cipher Earth. Hey, keep going with it. Hey, QW Cipher Earth on my YouTube, man. You gotta check them out. They whoever that is they're conscious. They're conscious. You know what I mean? Because think about it. They always like to tell you like, oh, this person's intelligent, this person's ignorant, this person. Okay, so let's keep it real, bro. Let's just say there's consciousness, right? Awareness, right? So that means like, if you're not aware that this is a blade that can go through your body, if you're not aware of this, right? If you're not aware that there's people out here that make other people disappear, if you're not aware of it, right? Then you could be out here dancing around lollygagging and then you get poked. Because you're not aware. You ain't know. You ain't do nothing wrong, right? Think about it. You ain't doing nothing wrong, right? Let's say you in anywhere you living at on earth, right? You in your place right now, right? So you in your house, you in your home, you could be in your tent, you could be in wherever you reside at, wherever it is, you there, right? You ain't doing nothing wrong, you chilling, right? And then out of nowhere, there's a whole military outside and they doing this to people. Because your government. Because you ain't even know what's happening. You live in a country that they say they your boss. You ain't aware of what's going on with the news of the world or nothing. You just are lollygagging, and boom, over with. Why? Because you wasn't aware, you wasn't conscious. So I mean, what is intelligent and what is ignorant? Okay, let's keep it real. The intelligent ones are the higher conscious ones. They have a higher awareness. What is intelligence? Intelligence is the knowing of things. You can't know nothing without being conscious. So what is the unintelligent? That's the unknowing of things. That means no consciousness or a low consciousness. Think about it. So intelligent, high conscious beings, ignorant, low to no conscious beings. So welcome to the Ascended Consciousness Connection. If you practice spiritually, like this is a spiritual practice, right? So we on the Ascended Consciousness Connection, where our spiritual practices we do consciously. So we spiritually conscious on the Ascended Consciousness Connection. And I am the big chief because my consciousness is who I am. Ah, shit. So that's what it is. That's what we doing. But yeah, it's all about showing. Hey, we're gonna. Hey, that was so nice. Like, ooh, wait, I like that. Hey, that was cool, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's fun doing this, but at the same time, I'm real, man. So it'd be like real. It's gonna be real with me, man. Like I done already did a read, man, last year where it said you was gonna have 2 spirit hurricanes. Nobody paid it no attention, but it's on there. It's on my page. It happened. 2 of them. So when that stuff gets to happening, the reading's gonna be fun. Cause don't nobody want to be the bearer of bad news, right? At the end of the day. But bad news for somebody might trying to be good news for somebody else. Yin and yang, left and right and left. If you left-handed, then left up, right? But if you right-handed, then right up, right? Think about it. Which hand you lifting up? Which hand is yours? Left or right? Right hand, left hand. If you equal-handed, was that? I forgot what word they use for that. Equal-handed. Ambidextrous. If you ambidextrous, you feel me? You throw up one hand one time, you might throw up the other one another time. You know what I'm saying? But hey, society got you thinking this a left hand. Society got you thinking this a right hand. See, with me, this a hand, and then this a hand. It's just on different sides of my body. They doing the same thing. If I turn my thumbs to the middle, they both come in. They both come in. You know what I'm saying? So they both come. You feel me? They both. Either way, your nose is hit. So there, straight like that. So take out your want to, baby. Big cheek, boy. Okay, shoot. We must have a So I'm thinking, we must have got the queen of this out here. So we might have an earth angel. We got some earth angels. We might have some women out here. Really. Hey, this message could be for an earth sign. If you're a female in the earth sign, this might be really relating to you right now. You feel me? But yeah, so like I said, you got to be aware of what's going on. You know what I mean? You got to learn. At the end of the day, I'm going to start saying at the beginning of the night. At the beginning of the night, right? Because it was night before day, right? So at the beginning of the night, the moon quit playing with me, boy, at the beginning of the night. It said the moon. Even though the sun was created before the moon. But I'm just saying. Beginning of the night, right? So we got the moon out, right? Because everything was darkness to the Most High God consciousness said, let there be light. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why I said the sun was before the moon is because the moon rotates around the planet. So they rotate around planets. So the sun was first because it's all rotating around the sun. That's how you know the sun's first. That's how you know the sun's first. Oh, yeah, they got set on here. Yeah, boy. Hey, look at that. If you look at it, right, you see it's like the energy is up and then it go down and then it come back up. You feel me? And it's still connected to 2 different beings. You feel me? The higher self, the lower self. It's still the same being. Which self are you operating in? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the truth is itself. Everybody's been good and bad to somebody. And usually the people that you say you love and love you all have been good and bad to each other. What make you connected is the fact that you choosing to still be connected and you probably choosing to do more good intentionally. So they're saying when you good to others is because you're consciously doing things that is good towards people that you constantly chose to do them towards. It's all consciousness. Quite but too many. Look, see, it's all consciousness. They say if a tree fall in the woods and nobody hears it, does it fall? So if a tree is in the woods and nothing's aware of the woods or the tree, is the tree in the woods real or is it a figment of your imagination? But even if it's in your imagination, it exists in your consciousness. So in order for it not to exist in your consciousness, that means it can't even be in your imagination. So if there's a tree in a forest and nothing's aware of the forest or the tree, it's not even in nobody's imagination. Because once it's in somebody's imagination, it's conscious now. Somebody is conscious of it. But if nobody's conscious of it, does it exist? Think about it. They said Christopher Columbus discovered America. That meant all his people wasn't conscious of this. But I seen on TikTok today, I seen on TikTok, man, they had a dude from back in the day, brother, melanated brother from back in the day. He said Christopher Columbus, they say he discovered America. He said, but people are already here. So it ain't the land that he discovered, it was the indigenous people that he discovered. So shout out to that creator, man. But he messed around and been already ascended. You know what I mean? Even Bobby Hemmett done already ascended. You understand? Dr. Michael Blair, he done already ascended. You understand what I'm saying? You got to understand that these people they call the Grand Master teachers or the ancient the ascended master teachers. I just see that they had 100 of them in a class, bro. Bobby Hemmett was in a class underneath one of the other people that I'll be listening to, that I've connected with. They all pretty much passed on. They all pretty much been ascended, bro. Like, I'm literally the big chief. Y'all are here, like, come on, man. Like, I ain't got no tattoos. All natural. True, man, quit playing, bro. Like I try to tell you, man. Quit playing, bro. Like I said, welcome to the Ascended Consciousness Connection where we spiritually conscious. And I'm doing this tarot reading for the Consciousness Collective. And it's the Big Chief. Ooh, what? Ashe. Here delivering the truth. Once again, I love using these cards, bro, because it just helps line up, man. I like high-fiving the ancestors, you feel me? I'm the guy, like, we on the same team, bro, and you ain't that good at the sport, like, let's say basketball. I'm the person that's like, hey, man, look, I know you don't be playing this stuff like that, but we out here at the park, and we all came to hoop. I'm good, but if we lose, it's all right. And they go like, if we lose, it's all right. I'm like, look, I don't want to lose, okay? I don't want to lose, but look, we not going to die. We gonna be alive when we win this game or lose this game because it's a game. I live a real life. So go ahead and shoot the ball. I know you don't shoot that good. I was like, but you playing today and you on my team. Shoot it, I get the rebound. If I don't get the rebound, I'll take the ball from him. If I don't take the ball from him, I'll steal a pass. If I don't steal a pass, well, then mess around and miss. And if they don't miss when we get the ball back, we go steal hoop. Why? Because, man, we here for the experience. And that's what I shared. If we play basketball, when everybody on my team at least shoot the ball once, and I really like them to shoot it twice, because you mess around and miss the ball, miss the shot on the first shot, because you might need to get a little, you know what I mean? Sometimes you need two. They need three. So everybody on my team, bro, I be wanting them all to get to shoot the ball at least once or twice, bro. Straight up. I want them all to shoot the ball once or twice. And then I be telling them, hey, if you don't get called for a foul, you ain't playing hard, because at the end of the day, if you're trying to get the ball, you're going to eventually foul. That's why you get 5. If you get 5 fouls, man, hey, you on my team, I expect you to get 2 every game. I'm different, bro. You on my team, I expect you to get 2 fouls every game. One, because an accident, because you playing with intensity. You coming with that pressure. When you come with that intensity and that pressure, it busts pipes, which means you might slide a little too much. Oh, slap him on the wrist. Foul. You understand what I'm saying? And then the second foul is when you that emotionally invested in something, you will mess around and lower your confidence, and you might just slap that man's hand like foul and just get a foul. And then I gotta tell you, come on over here and take a seat on the bench, man, cool off. But I understand, but it's a game. All right. So don't get too personal in the game where you start to foul on purpose. But I'm just saying off the intensity that you will bring from connecting with me. I ain't surprised if people on my team all get 2 fouls and everybody take at least 2 shots. That's all I'm saying, because that's the truth. Now, I ain't about to lie to you. If you want to be lied to, swipe up. 9 times out of 10, it's coming right after that, because the truth already here. Man, Call of Duty. They tricked y'all. They got them all on Call of Duty, man. Now they talking about the draft. What you thought the call was? Ain't the draft the Call of Duty? They gonna run from the call. But they on the game. They on the game going hard, talking crazy. But they ain't about it. They scared of this. They scared of this. They fear this. And that's this. The truth. Because what do you think Call of Duty is? The draft. Bottom of the deck for clarification. I don't even know what it is. I'm just showing y'all. Bottom of the deck for clarification. Prince of Cups. And in the draft, they really want your son. But they'll get your daughter at this point just because y'all want equal rights. And they ain't even seeing it, bro. Like, you don't need women going to war. And okay, so you got these women. You want to have these women drafted in the war and stuff, bro. Like, wonder what them kids gonna be like. I mean, the woman is carried the womb, bro. That's what you get. You be in when the woman is where you get a lot of your intentions from. Like, is what I'm getting out of this. Because that's why they say they heart. Like, if you notice about a man, he used to be like, my mom is the first one I have his heart. Because you getting it probably from your mom. I think your attention probably come from your mom. So if you got a dude who's conniving and he deceitful and if you got a dude, ladies, and he conniving, deceitful. Matter of fact, here, I'm gonna do it like this. Because I'm being guided, right? Male or female, take this as it resonates, right? Whenever you talking to somebody with the intentions of making them a spouse, a life partner, or bearing children with them, right? Them 3 things: a spouse, a life partner, or bearing children with them, right? Or her. Take it as it resonates, male or female. What you gotta do is, when you're around their dad, pay attention to how he consciously do things. And what I mean by that is, when you're around the male out of your spouse, whether it's female or male, when you're around a father, you need to pay attention to see what type of things that man does with his intention. And then when you're around the mother, whether you're male or female, when you're around the mother of the person that you dating or whatever, you need to look at how she moved with her intentions. Like, is this woman gossiping about other people? Does this woman say a lot of negative things about it? Because the intention is coming from the mothers, and then the conscious movement is coming from the fathers. And then the person is just boy or girl. That's real. And I didn't even do that, but I just be reflecting on my life and stuff, and I gotta think about it. It's like, man, that dude makes sense. So, like I said, whenever you're around somebody who's a potential spouse or your spouse, pay attention to the things that your spouse's male in the household do consciously, and pay attention to how the female of the spouse, who's the mother of the spouse, how they move intentionally. And then after you get your observations from that, when you back private with your spouse, start paying attention to what they're doing. And then you got to think about if you like how that spouse's father moves consciously and how his mother moves intentionally, because that's who you're dating. Confirmation now falls down. Oh, we've been on 52 minutes. All right, cool. So, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna start off with this deck on the next one. We're gonna hit them with these two. So we're going on the next one with these two decks. You feel me? The original, we're gonna hit them with the original classical tarot cards on the next one. Bam, you see the cups. This is what we're gonna do in the next live, right? And then we're gonna come with this. Dang, bro. Completeness. Hey, this was popping. And that basically just let you know that I got this down to a T now. I'm ready to go. So I'll be on live, you feel me? So we can go ahead and get it popping. So like I said, it's been a pleasure. Make sure you like, subscribe, and thanks for the likes on here. Hey, that's crazy, bro. Look, there was likes coming on here. This is YouTube. Man, that threw me off, bro. I was looking like, dang, I was getting likes on YouTube. Like while I'm on live. So yeah, thank you very much. That was my first time seeing that happen. Because I thought YouTube was TikTok. This TikTok, that's YouTube. But I got the likes on this one. What's wrong with y'all over here? Yeah, some Spaniards that don't like me. I know. Yeah. You ain't supposed to like me. I'm indigenous. I ain't steal from you. You stole from me. So anyways, y'all take it easy. Hey, we out here, man. So hey, the Big Chief has spoken. Like, comment, share. Check out my other videos. Hey, and then you go into my description, and that's where you gotta hit the Cash App. I also got the Cash App in my comments too. That's where you donate at too. But yeah, we're gonna start having these coaching sessions. You feel me? We're gonna start having these spiritual gatherings. Hey, I gotta figure out how I wanna do it, man. We gonna kick it, bro. I'm not sure. Hey, you know what? Real talk, just cause I want to tell y'all, shout out to the people on YouTube, man. Y'all made me so happy. I'm thinking about, I'm messing around and might start up a little private session. I don't know. I'm going to see how I do it. I might do a class, like just throw out one class where I just let y'all in for free so we can just talk. So that way they can't even hate like this. So yeah, that's how we doing it. I'm going to start having a class, bro, where we can really just talk. You feel me? We going to really just be able to talk. You feel me? And I'll do that one for free, and I'll figure out who I want to invite to it. That'll be all that. So it depends on who are interacting and what. And I'm going to send y'all the little free link to be able to come to a little free session where we can just link up and connect. And we just build on that. Because like I said, it's an ascendant consciousness connection. That means my consciousness wants to connect with other consciousness that are choosing to consciously ascend or raise up in everything. Oh yeah, hold on, got to do this verification for TikTok. Put the puzzle piece right here. Yeah, anything interrupt, right? It's in their DNA to do that. But anyway, yeah. So like I said, it's good people, all shapes and sizes. There's good people, all genders. Cause like I said, I'm about the consciousness. We on an ascendant consciousness connection. So guess what that means? That means I'm not judging you off of your physical presence. I'm not worried about connecting with you based on your physical presence. It's about here. You know, your pineal gland is right here. That's your mind's eye, right? Wow, your mind's eye. That sounds like where you reside. You know, your consciousness. Where your consciousness is, that's where you at. When you lose consciousness, Your vessel lost you. When your vessel don't have your consciousness for a certain amount of time, they say that your body is no longer living. They'll say your body's alive, but you ain't there. So they already know that what you call you ain't your body. They know that. They call it your soul, but it's your consciousness. They don't say, oh yeah, he got knocked out because his soul got knocked out of his body. They said, well, some people do, and we laugh because it's funny. Because at the end of the day, you consciously know your soul is your consciousness. They said, I'm gonna snatch your soul. I'm a soul snatcher. You know how they say they snatch souls? They taking consciousness. I'm gonna take your consciousness from you. That's what they do. That's why they say like the elites, right? They'll say the elites, right? They say like, oh man, they all evil. They're not all evil, bro. They're not all evil, bro. Okay. At the end of the day, what you call somebody that's evil or bad, them kind of people, what they do is they just be trying to see how low a person is willing to go consciously. And then they use that to put fear into others by showing them they go lower than that. That's what it is. They'll be like, "Oh, I feed people to. I feed dogs. I feed people to my dogs. You know, that's how they be. They'll be like, "Oh, I feed people to my dog." And then the more evil person, as they say, you know, the bad guy will look at them and be like, "You feed them to your dogs?" They'll be like, I eat them myself. And then the other dude will be like, oh, snap. You eat them? Hey, he's crazy, bro. He eats people. He crazy mother. And then he's like, right, and I got this kind of ammo and this kind of this, and I got these people, they all eat people too, and we doing this, so what you doing? And then that's when they be like, oh, I don't want to get ate. I'm going to join you. And that's how it works. Because when your consciousness is lower, you become in the survival mode. And then when you'll find yourself around people that are eat or get ate, have or have not. When you get around them, you on the wrong side of the light because you down low. You understand what I'm saying? But you can still deal with them if you can keep your consciousness. And what I mean by that is you still keep your morals. Just because they doing that don't mean you got to do that. Remember, you got free will. But you keep telling me what other people doing, and that's why you do it. So that's why I look like I'm supposed to, and that's why I'm proud to be who I am. All I'm going to do is encourage you to look like who you are and to be who you are. Because the more you love yourself and walk into the truth of your authentic self, the higher the chances of you walking into someone just like you. Don't you say I want a woman like me. I want a woman that likes the things that I like. I want a man that likes the things that I like. I want a woman that loves the way that I love. I want a man that loves the way that I love. Well, how are you loving? Oh, well, right now I'm just selfish and I don't care if the other person is pleased or not, as long as that I am. Okay, well, that's the person you're going to be around. Now, if you is a loving and good person, but you naive, right? Naive, ignorant, or you overlook things that's dead in your face. He's not cheating on me. He only kissed her and hugged her every Friday when I pick him up from work. He's not cheating on me, but he's gone every Saturday. Hey. Technically, he ain't cheated on you till you see him cheating on you. I understand. But if you're on a certain level of consciousness, you're like, well, kissing leads to cheating. Hugging leads to kissing. I just seen him do both. That means he's been hugging her because he's kissed her. If he's been hugging her and now he's kissing her, and I done seen him kiss her more than once, now you know he's been hugging and been kissing her. Okay, so what's next? Now, when you're on ascended consciousness connection, you'll be able to make that connection before you have to wait to see the connection. Because you already know. What? Hugging lead to kissing. Kissing lead to... Okay, so you'll be like, he's hugging. Now he's kissing. People that's not me. I'm done. Why? Because you don't want him to be... You don't want to mate this with other people. But now, if you do want to mate, like, with multiple
uh, like you know what I mean, whatever they call it when you have multiple wives and stuff like that. If you into that, then that's right. That's going down the right path, and that's when you're supposed to be like, okay, well, he's hugging her and they kissing. Now we need to talk to figure out how we can all get together so we can start doing this together to bring it together so we can come together in peace, and then that's love. So it's up to, like I said, man. How what come on, what are you trying to connect with? What are you trying to raise your consciousness to be? Like, where do you want to go consciously? Where do you want to go with your body? Because you got to constantly get it there when you know what you're doing. Otherwise, you don't know where you're going. And that's how you end up going in the room. And it's like, oh, all y'all right here. He behind the door. He's like, yeah, because you didn't know nothing. You're just doing what we told you to. So we led you to this. So quit playing. You want life, you got to start being conscious. You better be consciously aware. Because if you ain't conscious, you only going to end up there. When you lose your consciousness, your body is what? So take that as you want. But that's the truth. So like I said, we coming in peace right here with each other on this ascended consciousness connection. Anybody else coming like that on that war, bro, we just gonna straight block them because they ain't even connected. So hey, it's been a pleasure. I'll be back on. I've been over an hour, so I'm going to get off right now. But yeah, I'll be back on later. Definitely gonna upload some more videos. Probably got a video now that's up, so check out my videos. I'm sure you're gonna find something that resonate. But I'll be back on here, and yeah, we're gonna be popping. So yeah, the big chief has spoken. It's been a pleasure. What? Ah, shit. That's love, baby. He said love is a 4-letter word.